Greetings, everyone. Happy Monday to you all. Hope that you all had a wonderful weekend, and I hope that you all have a wonderful week. My apologies for the delay of this video. It's been a very long weekend, and trying to get my paper done for EDL 551. But hopefully, this will not happen. This will never not happen again. This is my initial video for EDL 558 on social justice topics in higher education for Dr. DeVita. And within this video, I'll be discussing a few things pertaining to white privilege and making a campaign for the educating of UNC Wilmington students. But before I do that, I need to discuss with you my social justice project for this class. So by now, you know that my two topics, or two groups, excuse me, will be race and education. And this week I have a meeting with Chris Montero, who's over ICASA, and I will be discussing with him, or hopefully we'll be working with him, seeing the impact of education for Hispanic or Latino students, from high school to college, and making a comparison to African American students within education as well. So that's my social justice project. And without further ado, here we go. So module 2, we're discussing or reading about white privilege. And basically, in a nutshell, we have to see what is white privilege. We made a few leeways in module 1, but just to give you an overview, racism.org states that white privilege is the right advantage granted to or enjoyed by white persons, help um, help beyond the common advantage of all others. Excuse me. From tolerance.org, white privilege provides white people with perks that they do not earn and that people of color do not enjoy. It creates real advantages for white people, and it shapes the world that we live in. It also shows in the sense of entitlement, and it evaluates the status in the world. And we also see from, excuse me, there's a lot of notes here from our readings on page 77 through 79 of our book. White power secures its dominance by seeming not to be anything in particular. Um, history has shown that with the establishment of colonies in North America, it encourages a possessive investment in whiteness. Legal systems that was established and authorized it attacked Native Americans and encouraged the appropriations of their lands. It limits the nationalized citizenship to white immigrants only. And on page 79, an example of the government's, I guess you could say, power, it goes upon during the Depression with the New Deal, or I'll say the No Deal, because even though there were programs out there to help, the elderly, help children, to help rebuild and restructure the economy or America. It basically, in a nutshell, helped deny benefits to minorities, and it kept people out of neighborhoods through confidential city surveys. So doing things that was technically illegal and made them legal to do in certain cases. And basically, white privilege has been described by McIntosh is like an invisible weightless knapsack of special provisions, maps, passports, code books, visas, clothes, and blank checks. And in a nutshell, we need it stems upon the labeling theory. The labeling theory, which is found in the Birth of a White Nation outline, states that labeling theory focuses attention upon the tendency of majority groups to negatively label minority groups and view as diversity from culturally acceptable norms. So that's white privilege. Basically, a lot of white people do not realize of this privilege, or some do. They take advantage. Basically, we are judged upon our colors rather than our merits at times, and so that's basically what I want to stem upon. Um, the campus of UNC Wilmington. So if I've had to create a white privilege campaign, my attention will be focused on the themes of workshops or lecture series discussing the issues of white America. I will use tactics such as posters, social media, word of mouth, posters, even though sometimes in this days and age it's sort of irrelevant, but you kind of have to want something in there that, catches his eye. I would use little slogans or try to theme workshops that will catch people's attentions. For instance, one workshop may be called "The White Meat, the Only Meat," or "White is Right," or my personal favorite, probably "Don't Hate Me Because I'm White." I mean, certain things, I will put in titles of the workshops and use it as a stepping stone or lay that foundation to discuss, you know, to address white privilege. Uh, Pretty much show why white white people are getting the upper hand, or seemingly they get the upper hand versus everyone else. One article pretty much went directly towards my definition upon social justice. The check your privilege, it stated that um, whether we view race, we should view the values like faith and education that is passed down as attributes, versus seeing our skin color. Because, like I said, we should always be judged based upon our merit or what we bring to the table versus what we look like or how we act. That, and how this term privilege, we kind of really see, even though we kind of overshot it. We see it as an advantage, but at the same time, you know what is it really about? So I mean, it's just some things to kind of question. And I want to, with this campaign, I really want to really shed some light into white privilege. So, thank you so much for listening to me. Again, my apologies for the delay of this video. I hope that you all have a wonderful week, and take care.